Hey everyone, Rob from Southgate Media Group here. Before we get started with this podcast, we have a quick message. If this is your first time checking out the show, we love that you found us and we really hope you enjoy it. What we have to say is for the subscribers. If you enjoy our shows, would you please donate to help keep these going? We don't want to have to put traditional ads on these shows, but this does cost money. So we really do rely heavily on donations. To make a donation to the show, please go to our website, www.southgatemediagroup.com. Go to the page for the show, and in the upper right-hand corner is a donate button. It takes you right to PayPal, and you can donate whatever amount you want. Thanks a lot for listening, everybody. And now, on with the show.
Hey Flash family, welcome back to The Flashpoint, a Southgate Media Group podcast dedicated to all things The Flash on the CW related things. I am Lilith, and joining me as always is the other half of Firestorm,
Kelly. Hey.
or should I say the other half at this point. So it's like you, me, Phil, and Tyler basically.
There you go. There's been a disturbance in Flash Force now.
Oh, funny you make that reference. The news came out just recently that Mark Hamill will be coming back as the Trickster right after the crossover for the mid-season finale, so like episode 9.
Yes, and I have an awesome meme that I will send you for that.
And I will put it on the Facebook. Because we love memes and punny business here on the Flashpoint, in case you haven't gotten the notice.
It has to do with the Trickster and Snickers and Mark Hamill.
Oh,
and
I
Star
saw
Wars.
that. Somebody gives Mark Hamill a sticker because he's not himself.
Yes.
Yes. I'm on top of that one this week. So up for discussion today is episode 203, Family of Rogues, and boy was it ever.
Yeah, Joe included.
Right? Oh, we'll get there, ma'am. We'll get there. This episode was written by Julian Miojas and Catherine Walzak. This was directed by one of my favorite TV directors, John F. Showalter. He did a few of my favorite episodes of Supernatural, so it was always nice to see that they're kind of changing up the rotation and bringing in even more people that I recognize.
New old blood.
Yes, exactly. That's all the CW is just recycling of stuff. Speaking of which, let's get to the guest stars. Melise Zhao returned as Linda Park. Peyton List also reprised her role as Lisa Snart. The other Vanessa Williams as Francine West. Of course, Patty Spivot, aka Chantel Van Santine, is back. And we also got Wentworth Miller without Dominic Purcell. We really need to see Heatwave before the spinoff. I'm just saying. And of course, Victor Garber as Martin Stein, aka 1/4 of Firestorm.
Yes.
So yeah, let's just jump right in. What did you think of this week's villain?
Well, Daddy Cole was kind of interesting. How should I put this?
Daddy Dearest?
Yeah. His methods reminded me of a certain person from why can't I think of her name?
Amanda Waller?
Yes.
Yeah. I had that theory that maybe he spent some time with Argus in one of the task force.
You gotta wonder, or if he was her partner at one time. Who knows? Maybe that's how Little Cold was born. Who knows?
Whoa! No. Don't even joke, because then it'll happen. I literally have that. Did Daddy Snart work for Argus? Those bombs seem kind of familiar.
So my thought was, okay, did they get Captain Cold? If it was Marvel's answer to S.H.I.E.L.D., you could go, maybe he came from the fridge.
No. Nothing on the DC TVU is, Marvel-like, thank goodness. No offense. We're a little more
Yes.
dark and brooding. But actually, The Flash is actually a lot more happy-go-lucky than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is weird considering that it is made by Disney.
Yes. Oh, that reminds me. I just have to make this remark that I have asked for equal time. Those of you who follow Nerdist and follow all kinds of wild stuff has probably seen that Michigan State bands did a Marvel
Yep, I
field
saw it.
show. My boyfriend just happens to know the band director, gave me his email address, and I have emailed him and asked for equal time. I've asked for a Blake Neely field show.
Yes! I was going to say, it
I
better
think-
be Blake Neely, young lady.
Yes. It is totally, that's what I've requested. I
Is
even
it the
gave
scientist?
I've given some musical guidance. I don't know if we'll see it. I'm hoping we will. I hope it takes him a while to write back because he does get lots of responses, but I'm hoping, I just happened to send him some music, so I'm hoping that.
Does he have a Twitter? Because we could all like get together and say, you know, Blake Neely, MSU for Blake Neely.
Actually, you know what? Have him send emails to the show, an email address. He doesn't
You
have
can
a
forward
Twitter,
it to him.
but I can put them in one big old email and forward it. And I would totally do that because there's so much amazing. Can you imagine? I mean, just it's giving me chills just thinking about it.
That would make me watch college football again. I haven't watched college football since I was in college. So
Well, this was the Michigan State game, which Michigan
yeah,
State
it's a
pulled
huge
in the
one of the
last 9
hugest ones. Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge. But anyway, I digress.
Well, that's okay. Everybody
fresh
knows we go tangent time.
That we do.
That's really cool though, and I hope that works because Blake Neely. It would be awesome to hear a band cover Blake Neely.
Yes, the DC universe demands equal time.
So yeah, like I said, we saw Linda Park, and I think that it's very curious that Linda and Iris are like seemingly on really good terms, and you know they seem like they are having lunch since they're colleagues and they're giggly with each other. And I wonder why. Is it that rumor that Wally West is about to enter the foray? Yeah. So she can have a Flash of her own? Yeah. What do you think about that?
Wait a minute, I thought this wasn't Flash something.
It is. Let's be real. And if we're lucky, it'll be Flash. It'll be Flash Dance and song when the Music Meister comes to town.
Oh, that would be fantastic, actually. We totally need that musical episode with all these people.
We do. I like this take on Daddy Cold, but it's kind of weird that they made his name Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the comic books, it's Leonard. So yeah,
What are they trying to do here?
probably some weird legal thing.
That could be.
Yeah. Oh no, his name is Lawrence. There we go. It's Lawrence.
Oh, Lawrence. Well,
kind of like
Lawrence-
Larry Lance.
Mm-hmm. But they, you know, Lawrence isn't all that common anymore. It was, 40 years ago.
Oh yeah, true.
I mean, I had an uncle named Lawrence, but
I have a friend named Lawrence. Friend. Because in he does the Dracula podcast on South.
yeah.
He does all the audiobooks and all that stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But there aren't that many.
Yeah, there's really not anymore. But yeah, I don't know. It was weird. I just kind of like threw my antenna up, and I'm like, I wonder why. Probably legal ramifications. Usually that's what it is, honestly. So don't miss those days of fact checking and going illegal. Really don't. Let's see. There's another really kind of I thought Suicide Squad when he was doing the bombs, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with David Cronenberg's Scanners. Those bombs were really familiar to that. Kind of had that aesthetic as well to me. So
That's cool.
So yeah. I'm just jumping into Easter eggs. I'm sorry. But anyway,
right.
I don't know. I liked Lisa getting like more fleshed out.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I think they were trying to say that even though Heatwave and Captain Cold are going to DC Legends of Tomorrow, that maybe Lisa will, keep it all in the family with the Cold, rogues gallery situation.
So how do you feel about her flirting with Cisco so hard?
I love it. Golden vibe. I don't know. They made it interesting. So many ways. No, I totally meant it in the perverted way because, hey, it's Lilith. Y'all know me. No, I like that pairing. They have really great chemistry together, and maybe Cisco can change her.
Maybe.
Power of love. Wait, this isn't Care Bears or My Little Pony. I'm sorry. But it is the Flash, so actually, I was right on track.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could happen, but you gotta wonder.
Well, it's kind of that classic Batman Catwoman thing too. So yeah. I could see it totally happening.
But a Catwoman?
Yeah. Anyway, I kind of like how they set this up, where it's like he's been kidnapped. Doesn't look kidnapped to me. And so it's like all this mistrust, and I'm like, oh man, another episode about trust and reconciliation. Or not in this case.
That was totally the theme this week on the CW.
It was. It really was.
Rain, Arrow. I mean, everywhere.
You ain't lying about Ray. They were like, oh crap, we messed up. We gotta give him something because he's about to kick the bucket.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hope that's not the case for anybody on in the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else were they working on? They were working.
Somebody filled the bucket.
Bucket full of poop.
Well, that too.
They were building a speed cannon. That was like the subplot.
Yeah, but my question is, okay, these people are brilliant scientists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't they figured out that if you, open a door, hello
in your basement?
Uh-huh. I don't think I'd be leaving that door unlocked.
Well, they knew who was coming through. They're gonna close it after that.
Maybe.
I'm just joking. They didn't know.
You gotta really wonder about that. I mean, like, who doesn't post a guard?
Well, I said that makes Jay Garrick look shady.
Yeah, it does. It totally does.
So that's all I'm gonna say about it. But hey, Tom Cavanaugh, aka Dr. Wells, or maybe it's Ebord, who even knows at this point, is now on Earth 1, and looks like with his Terminator entrance, he's up to things.
He is up to no good.
We don't know yet. I mean, you guys have to realize that Tom Cavanaugh is such a cheeky little bastard that, like, you can't take his mischievous, boyish grin at face value. It could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. You just kind of have to wait and see.
Most men, when they have that look in their eye, it's trouble. No matter what. Whether it's good trouble or bad trouble, it's trouble.
Oh, cue the Taylor Swift song.
Trouble, trouble, trouble.
Oh, so yeah, I'm just happy that, that subplot's moving forward, but it's kind of unfortunate that the team, I'm assuming the team's going to find out this coming week, so we'll see how that happens.
Because he won't stay dormant long.
I hope not. So yeah, that happened. In another subplot. Oh my god, my favorite subplot of the episode, actually, it's Joe and Iris and Francine West, and this gives me like such a hugely different take on Joe West when Francine walks into the bar and she goes, I see you're still wearing your wedding ring. And he says, divorced men take off their rings. Widowers don't.
Ouch.
Like, what? This is like, talk about your long con, right?
Mm-hmm. So she would be the Walking Dead?
I mean, who even knows? I say Mama West is shady until proven otherwise, especially with the backstory that we learned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, people can change and whatnot, but I love that they didn't pull a Lance family quarrel. Like, Iris is so understanding, and she gets.
Yeah. Well, I think she's seen what happens when somebody has that kind of tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
She's seen it happen in her own house.
Yeah.
So I think she understood that her dad did it because he loved her and didn't want her to go through what Barry did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, do you think that she's gonna want a relationship with her mother, or?
I think that she will. I think that she will want to know why.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to ask that question. Now, whether she keeps her in her life, depending on what her answers are, I think it's going to depend on what she does. I think that Iris is strong enough that if she proves herself to be a good person, then she'll keep her in her life. But if she doesn't, I think she's strong enough to say, you know what, that's it.
Yeah, I find it really curious too, though, that Joe is supposed to be in a love interest in the next couple episodes as well. So I'm just like, really, Joe West don't need no love triangle.
Well, it's pretty obvious that he doesn't love her. I mean, I thought he was going to spit nails at her.
I don't know. I mean, you can both love and hate somebody at the. You can hate the things they do, but still love someone. And if it really seems like she's changed her stripes or whatever, I could see him slowly opening back up to her. I mean, they were married, obviously. Presumably, they were in love at one time. That that kind of doesn't. Most of the time doesn't go away unless something really, really ugly happened. I mean, if he married her and he's a cop, he should know what a drug addict looks like. I'm just saying.
Right.
So, I like either you knew or you found out and you still stayed married to her long enough to traumatize Iris. You know what I mean? So it's just like what's done is done kind of thing. It's interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that happened. But the main crux of it was definitely them dealing with the family of rogues, the family cold. And it was interesting. I like Barry's interactions with Captain Cold.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Caitlin's interactions with Jay. I kind of sort of ship it until Ronnie comes, but he's a placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
I just want Caitlin to be happy because she's had so much tragedy in her life.
Yeah, he gives her hope.
Yes. But girl, did you see the Killer Frost picture? And I was like, come again for Big Fudge?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
I'm not ready, Kelly.
Me either. But do you think that she's going to go all crazy and then Ronnie's going to come back?
I'm thinking it's an Earth 2 Killer Frost. That's almost the only thing that it could be. I'm not saying that her turning into Killer Frost on Earth 1 would be the most terrible thing, but we just got our Team Flashback, and it would be awful to lose another member of Team Flash. So
yeah. Soon. Well, and then okay, so would she come through the door?
Or one of the breaches. Dr. Zoom brings her. Or Dr. Zoom. Well, just Zoom at this point.
And how are we going to work Tina into helping fight this?
Oh, I know. In another Earth, after the break.
Wait a minute.
There's a Flash that looks just like John Wesley Shipp.
Wait a minute. What? It wasn't it the device that they put on Firestorm that Tina developed?
Yep.
Okay, so is she going to have to be involved in figuring out who is compatible for the Firestorm Matrix or from bringing Ronnie back?
I don't know. I hope they work Amanda Pays back into the story because I thought that it was really cool. And I think that Mercury Labs could be like very valuable because honestly, how is Star Labs gonna make money? Like that honestly, think about that. That place takes a lot of money to stay open just in electricity alone. And if you're not cranking out gadgets and whatnots, and getting grants and funding and stuff. Like, what are you even doing?
Who pays light bulbs?
It's not Barry on his salary.
Think about how much the metahuman prison costs to run.
Just in food alone.
Yeah, and backup power in case, you know. Okay, now here's a question. So, if it is Dr. Wells that come back, does then Barry lose his position, his ownership of Star Labs? If Harrison Wells isn't really dead.
Or wouldn't he go straight to jail because he confessed to killing his mom?
Well,
on top of presumably faking your own death?
Yeah, I mean, he could say he was under duress. He could say all kinds of things.
So, yeah, this is going to be interesting to see what play he makes, I guess. But it's just also up in the air because it's the third season in the episode. And like I said, you know, we're kind of really, let's just be honest, biding our time until after the break when we can launch Legends of Tomorrow and all that stuff. So,
right.
I thought that this was a really
Legends of I'm going to have a headache because I've got so much stuff on my DVR I got to watch in a limited amount of time.
I'm watching the pilot only, unfortunately.
Really?
I'm kind of, the things that I've been hearing, no matter how much I love the actors, I have limited time too now. And so it's just like, I mean, because, you know, there's people who watch The Flash without watching Arrow, right? So I watch Flash and Arrow, and, you know, I'll read the synopsis or whatever to stay up to date, but I don't think I have time for the show. And we're actually looking on Channel 52 for a DC Legends of Tomorrow correspondent. So if you are interested, please feel free to send an email to either flashpoint.smg@gmail.com or podcastchannel52@gmail.com.
I think it needs to be someone from the future.
No. I've come out. I'm a bigot. I hate people from the future. They come back messing up stuff, changing Berenstein to Berenstain. I don't appreciate it. Anyway, yeah. So.
And where's our hoverboards? Doggone it.
We have self-lacing shoes now.
That's true. That's very true. And Pepsi Perfect.
Ugh. As long as it's better than that Pepsi Clear crap, Pepsi Crystal. I'm old enough to remember that. Yes, I am.
Oh, wow. Well, they only made 6,500 cans of Pepsi Perfect, so I don't think we'll know. It's over $20 a pop.
I don't even drink soda. Anyway, I don't know. This episode was like emotional and thoughtful, and it was full of character development and like genuine character interactions, and you had the team dynamics in play, and I thought it was all just very fascinating and well done.
And the CW missed a really big opportunity because they should have partnered with like a major coffee firm across the country and had the Flash available.
Right?
Yes. Huge marketing ploy they just missed out on.
You know what, Kelly? We can do it. It's okay. We're going to start selling Flash.
It sounds like a street drug.
What is that? Slam over on Arrow? It's the Flash and Slam plague epidemic.
But I'm just saying, you know, how did they not, you know, team up with somebody like a Starbucks or something like that and come out with this drink and then, you know, have the barista, you know, draw the little lightning bolt in your foam, you know?
See, that's why they need fans. Like, you know what? We need a real Flash Day is what we need. We have Batman Day. I say it's time for Flash Day.
That's right.
Equal representation.
Yes. And we need a museum too.
I could have sworn there was like, well, it's really small. It's probably not there anymore. Somebody did have turn their home into a Flash museum about 7 years back.
Oh, that's
I don't know if the city came and shut them down or not, but I remember that vaguely. It was like in Idaho or something like that. Of course, it was Idaho.
Yeah, I was gonna say Idaho or Iowa. I was gonna say Iowa is the future home of Captain Kirk. You know.
So yeah, what were your thoughts about this episode?
I really enjoyed it. I really appreciated the thoughtful treatment between Joe and Iris. That Iris is a very forgiving person, and I thought that they really, I mean, they didn't gloss over it at all. You know what I'm saying? I was afraid they were going to do that.
Yeah.
I was afraid they were going to kind of just, let her stew for a while. And
Ugh. I think they learned a
I'm
lesson
glad,
from the Lances.
yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that. And I love seeing the team together at Jitters, out of the lab.
Like, we begged for an Arrow for like 2.5 seasons.
Yes.
Like, they're all prisoners of Oliver.
Now, I couldn't quite believe that they were speaking that openly about Barry being the Flash at CC Jitters.
Oh my God, when Lisa showed up and she's like, I'm looking for the Flash, and he's like in the corner.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I couldn't believe they were quite being that,
Well, that's that superhero trope. Well, no matter how loud you talk, nobody, no bad guy can hear you.
Yeah, of course not. No, none of the metas have superhuman hearing.
What do you think? This is Superman? Supergirl?
I don't know. And I got a kick out of Cisco having that love interest, having that flirtation. That was a lot of fun. And poor Cisco, he needs to get out more. We need to see a Cisco date. Can you imagine that?
Oh God, no more awkward dates. We got enough of that on Gotham.
It wouldn't have to be that awkward. I mean, it wouldn't be that awkward. That was, roses are red, violets are blue. I'm schizophrenic and so am I. Not like that, Cisco is just, he's just nerdy. He's not psychopathic.
Yeah, I hear you.
We nerds can have fun too.
I think we're more likely to get a Caitlin and Jay date before Cisco
that
anybody
could be.
else. Oh,
that could be too. They could go out for coffee.
Did you? God, neither one of those two need coffee.
No,
of any kind.
Then they'd be zoom.
More like a cold shower, but anyway. Jay said that his particle accelerator on Earth 2 blew up too. So does that mean all the Harrison Wells are bad on every Earth? Or all the Harrison Wells are embodied by some kind of Ebert Thawne situation?
Well, or did Harrison Wells actually do Star Labs in Earth 2? Was it his creation?
Like, yeah, like, this is so, like, it's weird. It's like, or were they, I thought at first they were saying that the particle accelerator on Earth 1, what happened was so huge that it caused through all, like, a rift through all of the Earths or whatever. And
if that happened, then that would have caused all the particle accelerators to blow up, right?
Yeah, maybe that was by design, actually.
Maybe.
Because we know he wanted it to blow up.
Mm-hmm. And that's what caused the rift.
Like a little tiny rift. And then when he told him to go back in time to save his mom, he knew it would get bigger and cause all kinds of chaos.
Right.
I totally think that's what happened.
Mm-hmm. Because that sounds just like him.
It does, doesn't it? I thought that was really interesting, and I hope that doesn't become a drop plot point.
Yes.
Oh my God, so something really cool happened. Now, I know this isn't the first time that it happened, but Kondak gets a name drop, and I just remember, because I just actually got done reading all of Arrow season 2.5, Black Adam lives in that universe, and it's technically in the universe because those books are canon. So maybe one day, well, even though we are getting a Shazam movie eventually, I think it would be really cool. Because The Rock is supposed to be playing the Black Adam, right? So, like, if the movie does well, and they let go of that stupid rule that the movie and TVs can't cross over, I would love to have The Rock as a villain on the Flash or Arrow.
That would be very, very cool. Oh, hey, Caitlin's dress, did it not remind you of Star Trek: The Next Generation?
A little. I was getting a little Deanna Troi vibe.
Yeah. I'm thinking all she needs is a couple pips and a communicator pin.
I think she was trying to be fancy for Jay.
She could totally go cosplay.
Oh man, definitely. So, who was your favorite character this episode?
Mm, you know, thinking about that, I would almost say I think I really enjoyed Lovesick Cisco.
Oh, you're the worst. Kelsey.
I know I am. It was just so cute.
You're a sucker for love, and that's what I love about you. You're not so cynical and evil like me.
I just thought it was cute that, Cisco, poor Cisco, Caitlin's got Ronnie and Barry's had assorted love interests, and so he's the only one that's kind of been left out. So it's cute when he's not.
I'm gonna be scandalous. So I'm gonna say Captain Cole was my favorite character this week.
Ooh.
Y'all know I love a villain. Don't y'all look at me like that. It just, he had more complexity and depth, and he wasn't like chewing the scenery. He wasn't pulling a John Barrowman. Like, I just felt really like, okay, yeah, I like this. I like getting to know Captain Cold, because Captain Cold's a very interesting character, and he's not a metahuman. So, but yet he's a very dangerous rogue in his own right.
And that we know where his loyalties are.
Mm-hmm. His sister, and you kind of can't go wrong when family is your first priority.
Right.
No matter how quote unquote bad you are. If you put family first, I think you're not that bad deep down. And I guess Barry agreed with me.
Yeah. Well, and Cisco was like flipping out. How am I going to get this thing out?
I know, right? He's like, don't do that.
Yes. Don't.
What else? Oh, favorite character interactions.
Joe and Iris.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cisco and Lisa.
Mm-hmm. Barry and Cole.
Yep. he look, Barry loves Captain Cole so much he goes undercover for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think I sense a new slash fic happening in my mind right now.
Under ice.
Well,
that's wrong in so many ways.
I know. Well, if I can't have Quiggle, I have to look elsewhere for my jollies. Anyway, let's see what else. Favorite lines? Were there any lines that you liked in this episode?
Man, been a couple days. Let me think about this. There was something in the conversation at Jitters, but I can't remember what it was.
When Cisco was like, "Oh, you do want me to call the Flash or something?" Or
yeah, that's it. Wait a minute, you really do?
He's like got his phone, like, and he's like, "Shoot, if I call the Flash, Barry's phone's gonna ring."
Exactly. It's like, really, Cisco? Really?
He's like, "I'm gonna do it."
Maybe not.
I think one of my favorite lines was when Daddy Snart was like, "You're working with the Flash? I thought you hated him." And then Captain Cole goes, "Not as much as I hate you." And then after he kills his dad, Barry looks at him. He goes, "Lisa was safe. Why did you do that?" And then he goes, "He broke my sister's heart. Only fear I break his." And I was just like, "Oh," and ooh.
Yeah, exactly. And I wouldn't want to be Cisco.
Yeah, exactly. So
can you imagine?
So you want to date my sister, do you?
Yeah. I think I might give you the cold shoulder.
Ooh. Oh, actually, all of the interaction, I'm going to actually up it up and put all of Daddy Snart and Captain Cold's interactions, because my other favorite line is, "Okay, son, make me proud, Captain Cold, like I care." He was like a passionate little 12-year-old. It was so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Favorite scene?
Where I like the end where Cisco's flirting. That was fun. The scene with Joe and Iris, of course. Their whole interaction was just really great. I like the one with Barry getting kind of captured and then kind of getting rescued by his team too.
Mm-hmm. Cisco's always got a backup plan, doesn't he? What would we do without Cisco?
Who has time to weave all those fibers through his suit, though?
I'm pretty sure he made a machine that did it for him. Because that's Cisco. I think my favorite scene is between Caitlin and Jay, actually, where he's talking about, how he's adapted to not having his powers and how he's not a superhero anymore. And she goes, it's about helping whoever you can wherever it's needed most. Mm-hmm. And she says, I think you as a physicist could contribute just as much as, Jay Garrick superhero, maybe even more. And yeah, that was really like a really good sound advice. And she was so heartfelt when she said it. So yeah, I like that scene the best.
I saw the big hearts in her eyes.
Whoa. Let's see. Do you have any moments?
I loved the drama in the moment where they finally figured out what his dad had done.
Dun dun dun! Literally, right? Yeah. Everybody turns around and looks at Lisa.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, really?
She's like, what?
No, you have a bomb. Residue on my head? No, you.
Man, I heard thermite like at least 10 times on TV last week, by the way. It's just like, man, it's that one effect where you hear something and then you hear like a million more times. It's so annoying. Or for my gamers, it's like when you get a car in Grand Theft Auto and then you start seeing the same cars all the time. Yeah. Anyway, I think my favorite moment was Lisa's bike. Because, she's Golden Glider, and that's a Golden Glider. And it's like, oh, Flash, you love to be corny sometimes. You get it where you can. I also love the Barry and Joe heart to heart, and Barry believing in Iris, for her capacity to understand why he did what he did. Right. I really like that. That's kind of subtle because she's not around, but he's just and he still has that little soft smile when he thinks about her. It's just so cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's neat that, for so long, Barry had been the one getting that advice. Mm-hmm. And it kind of has come around to where, Barry has enough experience now where he can actually help Joe.
Yeah. It's all coming full circle. And they're still so cute together. I love it. They really do feel like a family. And that's really great to see.
Yes. Agreed.
So yeah, okay. The grade. I'm happy about the grade. I don't know if you're going to make me frown.
Mm-hmm. No, I won't make you frown.
Okay. No pressure,
I would say I would give this episode an A-.
I gave it a flat A.
Okay. We're very close.
Yes. I love the emotion of this episode. That's what The Flash does best. It's the best in the superheroes roundup on TV right now. I think it does emotions best. And it's not like it's sappy or over the top or, saccharine sweet. It's just really well done. The actors are just so top notch and you just feel it. You just feel it beam right off the screen, right into your heart.
Exactly. It's got a little bit of everything, It's got the twists, turns, the drama, love. It's just got everything all slurped into one show.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is that it is a lot of love on this show, but it's not necessarily romantic. It's a lot of familial, and by that I mean not just like blood, because obviously family doesn't end with blood. What's up, Supernatural fandom? And I like that that's the kind of vibe that they're cultivating on The Flash. I really do.
Yes.
Oh, and speaking of a show that has it all, we totally forgot about the cold open. Little Miss Iris up to things, getting shot at and doing trust falls. I totally love that cold open. I was just like, wait, what? Why are people shooting my baby? Wait, what?
Do you see a window?
It literally had nothing else to do with the rest of the episode. It was just a random cold open. They're like, oh, we need action and drama. There you go.
Well, I think that they were trying to show that, you know, for a while, Barry and Iris's relationship was kind of strained.
Absolutely.
And they're showing that they're getting that back. And I think it was a very heartwarming moment. Where the first thing she thinks of to do, not, you know, call her dad.
Mm-hmm.
She called Barry.
Well, she didn't want to get yelled at by her dad. Let's just be real. Why are you getting shot at, Iris?
But she also knew Barry would rescue her.
Of course. So yeah, I just want to give a shout out to that scene. And you know what? I've been thinking about it. Like, I'm a fan of Wes Allen, not necessarily as a romantic relationship, but just like as best friends. They are really awesome together. And so if he ends up not with Iris, but they're still best friends, I actually would be okay with that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome.
Because not everything has to be about romantic love. Like, I just wish TV would get that. Like, I think, like, maybe I spend too much time on Tumblr doing analytics and stuff, but a lot of, like, millennials on the tail end of it, the younger end of it, they're just, like, not there for that. And I think that they, you know, if you're trying to, like, get that demo, that 18 to 24 specifically, you kind of have to get with the times and stop pushing these old tropes and, like, freshen it up a bit. That I just want to throw that out there in case anybody from any of the shows are listening. You know, somebody who spent years and years in PR and marketing and advertising. just a hint. It's a noticeable trend that I see is all. Anyway, let's see. I want to talk about Easter eggs and then we can get out of here. I already talked about Daddy Snart's real name. Let's see. I talked about a little bit about the speed cannon. They gave a pretty good explanation for it, though, actually, in the show, so I won't spend too much time on it. They mentioned Danville. And I don't know if you know anything about Danville, Ohio.
No.
But it's home to a character named Lisa Jennings. She is a member of the Superman Squad. She was a school teacher who founded Sunstone, which, she founded Sunstone, blah, sorry. She found a Sunstone, which endowed her with Kryptonian superpowers. At first, she was like an enemy of Superman, but then she reformed and used her powers for good. And I say, that sounds like something that would happen in Supergirl. And who also writes and executive produces that show? One Mr. Greg Berlanti.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
What else? Oh, of course, we got a Big Belly Burger shout out. That's always cool. I already mentioned Black Adam and Kondak. And for the second time in a row, dear Martin Stein, if you say Excelsior one more time, I'm going to shoot you over to the non-existent anymore Ultimate Universe over in Marvel. I'm kidding. I love it. It's such a Professor Stein thing to say.
Yes, it is. It is.
He gets a pass. For now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, but it's cute.
For those of you that don't know, Excelsior is like what Stan Lee says all the time. And if you've actually ever had an autograph, he actually signs it. Stan Lee Excelsior. So yeah.
Yep.
Or if you watch Big Bang, you'd know that too. Don't watch that show. Anyway, so yeah. Let's do some shameless plugs.
Alrighty. Well, you can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and anywhere else that really matters at Super Squint. That's SuperSquint. And you can hear me also on more wonderful Southgate Media Group podcasts, including Before the Bat with Phil and Tyler. And, of course, Queen Consolidated with the lovely Miss Lilith.
Yay! So much DC. Such DC. Such a DC fan. She's like, nah, I just got roped into it. Kidding. Anyway, you guys can find the podcast over on Twitter at flashpoint_SMG. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/The Flashpoint Podcast. And if you want to send in your thoughts or, win a free comic book, digital comic book every week, just send your thoughts in about the episode to flashpoint.smg@gmail.com. And as for me, you guys can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire. And a little bit of an announcement. I am legit now. I have my own website. So if you're interested in reviews, honest reviews about everything from TVs to movies to comic books to products, check out LilithHellfire.com.
Yay!
And we're available on tons of podcatcher services. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, and Lisbon. So if you guys want to rate, review, and subscribe to any or all of them, that would be great. And please remember to download the episodes of any podcatcher service you use. Because streaming doesn't count. Exactly. So yeah, we'd really appreciate a rating and a review as well. So it'll be next Tuesday before you know it.
We'll be back. Get a flash.